Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Today I have a declutter for you. I have been going through my collection and kind of trying out things, and there are some things that I just don't really use or don't work well for me, so I'm going to pass them along to friends and the like. A couple of these are not used, so I will probably put them in a future giveaway as well. Alright, so the first thing in here I actually have multiples of, and it is the Mamond Rose Water Toner. I have two full sizes that have not been opened, and then I have the trial size that I got in my Allure Beauty box not too long ago. I can't remember if it was March or February, something like that, maybe March. So I started using this. I was trying it because I didn't want to open the full-size bottles because, you know, that's a lot if I don't like it, and I don't like this. It's really strongly rose scented, and I love roses, so like the scent isn't necessarily like a terrible thing for me, but it doesn't help my skin at all. I was breaking out like crazy, and I think that that's part of it. So I'm just, yeah, it's being decluttered. I don't really like toners, to be honest, in the first place. The ones I do like are the ones that are more like this one's a moisturizing toner, and I need something that's more like acidic so that it's going to really be doing something to my face, if that makes sense. I'm a little rambling. Next up is Bioderma. This is the micellar water. Yeah, it's just a little sample one. I have another one of these that I'm almost done with, and I just don't like it. I'm honestly not a fan of micellar waters, because not only do you have to have them, but you go through multiple cotton wipes with them, and I would rather just buy makeup remover wipes or a cleansing balm. And this was another thing. So there's like 3 culprits that I was using that I'm not sure which of them were breaking me out, but I have the weirdest skin. Like, it's super sensitive to some ingredients, but then others, like, I don't have a sensitivity to retinol. So like my skin loves retinol, but I know other people are sensitive to it. But yeah, so I wasn't a fan of this. I didn't feel like it did much. Didn't help with the breakouts, that's for sure. This one, I'm not sure if this was what was causing my breakouts. I'm almost done with it. What I've been doing is I found some dried out makeup remover wipes because they were in my cabinet, and I've just been re-moisturizing them. So I don't like it. It's not worth it for me. Would rather pass it on to somebody who I know will really enjoy it. 2 samples that I got from Sephora. I was really disappointed because I had picked out really good ones, and then they sent me really duds. I feel like Purity made simple. I like this cleanser, but I have so much of it that I don't need that. And then this is the Argan Enlightenment Illuminator from Josie Maran, which I have full size, well, I have a larger sample of, and I don't need it. So it's being passed along. All right, we got some primer. This was like the worst primer for me. I hated the feel of it. It reminds me of the Laura Geller Spackle though. So if you like that, you might like this. This I got in an Ipsy bag, and it is the Stay Matte Mattifying Makeup Primer from Rimmel. It is, I didn't like it whatsoever. Not a fan, even though it's mattifying, and I really felt like I needed something mattifying, but it went on awful, and then it didn't, my makeup went on terrible over the top of it too, so it's a gone. Then I have Posy Tint and Benetint from Benefit Cosmetics. I decided to eliminate those because I never ever reach for them. I actually have another one that's a Lolly Tint. This is a little one. I never reach for them. I'm never going to use them. And I have a good friend who loves those type of stains and will probably use them up. So I'm going to give those to her because I know she will love them, enjoy them, and I'd rather her have them than me. From Lauren B Beauty. This is Lauren B Beverly Hills. It's a 7 free nail polish. This is the shade Love. It's just super light and just not a color that I really enjoy. That came in a glossy box, I think the Mother's Day one. Two things that are going, this one's going in a giveaway, as well the Maman toners, and then this one will be passed along. They're the Ulta Beauty tinted eye primers. I have this one in satin blush and this one in champagne. I was using this one. I felt like this one was going to be too dark as a primer with my skin tone, so that's why it was going to be passed along. I didn't feel like this helped my makeup stay at all any longer, so it was a dud for me. It's going to be passed along. I feel like maybe if you don't have quite as oily of eyelids, I couldn't think of the word. Oh my gosh, I'm getting crazy. So yeah, that's why that was being eliminated. I have a little brush from a makeup thing. What am I trying to say? It was a blush, that's what it is. All right, and then I have all of these. These are all perfume samples. I have a whole bunch of them. There are Hermes in here, there's Chanel, there's Replica, there's Bulgari, there's Thierry Mugler. Some of these are ones that I already have in full size, so I decided to pass those along, and then some of them are just scents that are too much for me or I just don't mesh well with them, so I will be passing those along. I have a couple friends. One, my friend Patricia here on YouTube, she does samples Mondays, so I'll probably send some to her, but I'm going to see if my friend here in town wants any of them first. Then we have the Spring Fling Baked Illuminizer. This is a highlighter from Ulta. It's one of those, they do like the 5 for 10 or whatever. It's okay, it's not as shimmery and beautiful as I want it to be. Then I have 2 lipsticks that I talked about in my most recent 30 and 30. Elizabeth Arden. It's a pretty color, just not my favorite for me. As the same kind of story for this one. This is the Indian Pink by NYX. They're both really pretty. Indian Pink, not Indian Rose. They're pretty, they're just not for me. And then we have 2 palettes that I am eliminating. This first one is from Maybelline. It is the City Kits Pink Edge, and that's what it looks like. I mean, there's some pretty colors in here, but I found like these 2 are pretty similar. So like if you use that as a crease color, then you have to use this to darken up the outer edge, and then it looks a little dark and smoky. I never actually used the highlighter or the blush, but I was mostly focusing on the eyeshadows, and I feel like somebody else might get more use out of it than I will, because I just have so many palettes. And then this one was in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and it's a dud for me. This is Tarte. I love Tarte. This is the Dream Big palette. I was so excited to get this. I mean, the colors, like the color scheme is really pretty. You got those. It just does not apply well, and it does not stick, and it doesn't have the pop factor that I normally want. Like if I wanted something kind of really subtle and just kind of a wash of color, that would be it, but it's not like that at all. It is it just went on really flaky, and I just hated it, which was really sad. I'm wearing the Tarte High Tides and Good Vibes, whatever, and it's like pigmented, and I used a light hand for like the more wash of color, but yeah, that one just it was no good. So those are my declutters. I have been trying to kind of keep them together and go through my collection a little bit at a time to kind of make it more manageable, because it's kind of huge, and I am buying more stuff, so I need to it needs to quit growing is where we are right now. So let me know what your thoughts were on these, if you thought some of these were really good and you're surprised that I'm decluttering them, or if you feel like some of them are duds for you. I know we all have different skin types, so that will be a major factor as well. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I can't wait to read your thoughts down below, and I'll talk to you next time.